So I messed up because I actually just finished recording for an hour, and all that footage, an hour long of footage of me building the cage, is gone. But I'm just gonna ignore the fact I was first angry, but I can't do anything about it, so I can only move on. And I'm just gonna show what I've done, and with the results I think it's gonna be good enough. You're only not gonna see how I made it, but that doesn't really matter. You're still gonna see what I made. But first things first, before I start with showing what I made, I actually stopped the plague of the cockroaches, because if you watch till the end of my previous episode, you'll see that they actually still spawned, and apparently there was still not enough light in the room, so I fixed that problem. But now I'm just gonna show you guys what I've done. I'm actually very proud of it. So when we start with the showcase, one thing I actually forgot the previous episode was to put some employees in the entrances of the park. And here you actually have them. 3 loyal employees of the zoo. So here you have Larry, Barry, and of course Harry. So when we go over to the first entrance, actually for the first section, you can read the biome. You're entering the forest biomes, which is a nice touch. And then if we go further, you actually see the entrance of the viewing area of the first cage, the first habitat. As you can read here, the animal is a raccoon, and he's native to the plains and forest, because that's where they spawn in the mod. And if we look closely, we can actually, think I can see one in the far of the cage. I don't know for sure. Oh yes, there you can see one. Okay, so yeah, this is actually the inside of the whole cage. So then when we look further, you can actually see how it looks inside a bit better. Looking pretty good. Also, all the raccoons only have Dot as their name, because you guys can actually say in the comments how you would like to name them. But one raccoon already has a name, and it's this little cute baby one. His name is of course Sly Cooper, because why not? So then here we have the little roofed area, but before we look actually into that, we see the path for it, the staff area. So the staff can actually take this entrance, go through this path, and then go into the roofed area for the raccoons. Here you have their bed, and then their food in a chest. The reason why I actually put the food in the chest is because the raccoons, I'll show you. So I'll just take a bit of bread, and then I'll show you guys why I actually did it. So now I'm just gonna now I'm just bringing the raccoons to the chest, near the chest. So as you can see, when they're near the chest, they actually go to it, and they actually take out the food of the chest, which is actually very nice. And what they then do is this cool animation, and what they're actually now doing is they're washing the food, because just in real life the raccoons in this mod wash their food before they eat it. It's a very nice touch from the mod. The maker of this mod actually really did this research into animals, and it's very cool. Also, what you see them do is when you hold food, they actually start begging for some, and you don't actually always want to give it to them because they can be really aggressive when you're playing in survival mode. You give a raccoon chicken eggs, you can actually tame them, and they actually have a few modes they can be. They can follow, wander, and sit. There's also one extra thing about the raccoon, and that is at night they actually have glowing eyes. You can see it here. It's a bit creepy, but you can really recognize them when you're playing survival and you're just going through the forest and see these glowing eyes. Well, that was it, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't have the footage of how I made the habitat, but it's know what it is. You can't change these things. But again, thanks for watching. If you like to watch the video, hit that like button. If you want to know when the next video is coming out, subscribe. And then I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you later.